Has the Trump administration declared war on asylum seekers? Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States out of our office here in St. Louis, Missouri. We handle a lot of asylum cases in the St. Louis office, and we handle them in the Chicago office. We handle them all over. We've been quite troubled by the recent actions by Attorney General Jeff Sessions, part of the Donald Trump cabinet. And what's bothering us is that it's become crystal clear that the Trump administration has in fact declared war on people seeking asylum in the United States. Of course, asylum is set aside for people who fear going back to their home country because they face persecution. We've seen a surge of people come across the border from Central America because of the wars in the Middle East and Syria. We've seen quite an uptick in the number of refugee and asylum cases. Donald Trump has already cut off refugees from being able to come. And so then the question is, what does the Trump administration want to do with people who are actually in the United States, people who are seeking refuge in the United States, people who've raised their hand and said, I cannot go back to my home country because I will be tortured, I will be killed, I will be harmed in my home country. Now, Jeff Sessions has said that asylum law is broken in the United States, that there's abuse rampant throughout the system, that these dirty immigration lawyers are helping people file frivolous and false asylum cases. Of course, Jeff Sessions never spent a waking moment in any immigration court. The guy's a clown and a xenophobe, and he's been that way since his days in Congress. Don't forget, he was voted down as a federal judge because of his racist views and his racist actions as a U.S. attorney in Alabama. And so now he and his minions have turned their sights on women and children, disaffected men who are unable to go back home, and they've been doing a lot of things to try to keep these asylum seekers from being in the United States for very long. One thing that they've decided to do is to take the last applications in first and to make sure that these cases are decided very quickly. They don't want these cases, quote unquote, clogging up the system. They don't want people to be able to stay here for a long time. And so Jeff Sessions has directed the asylum offices around the country to do what's called last in, first out. So now cases that are being filed are getting interviews 30, 45, or 60 days later. That's good because you do want to get a decision, but at the same time, it's mostly because Trump wants these asylum officers to deny the case and to send that to immigration court. And then on the immigration court side, he's also taken some steps to speed that process along, and again to deter people from coming here and applying for asylum. What exactly has he done? Well, what he did is he said that the immigration judge can deny someone an evidentiary hearing and go ahead and deny their asylum case if they are not able to articulate the group that, or the type of person that they feel they are, that would cause them to be persecuted back in their home country. Remember, asylum is only available for certain types of people, people who fear persecution because of their race or their religion or their national origin or their political opinion or their membership in a particular social group. And that particular social group is sort of a catch-all in asylum law. And Trump has said basically that if a prior court decision hasn't already recognized you as a member of that group, or more specifically that that group is a protected group and worthy of asylum, then you are not going to get an evidentiary hearing and your case is going to be denied immediately, and then it's going to be pre-termitted by the judge. That means it's going to be stopped short and the asylum seeker is not going to be allowed to make their claim. Now, this is probably a clear violation of international law regarding refugees and asylees. It's also probably a violation of the due process clause that people in the United States, even those who are not U.S. citizens, have rights to access to the courts and the right to redress. And so I'm sure that these things will be challenged. But overall, it is undeniable that Mr. Sessions, who has taken a bunch of decisions back from the Board of Immigration Appeals, he has the ability to override those decisions. And every time he has so far, he has tweaked it to make it harder, that much harder, for asylum seekers. So we're troubled by this. We will continue to keep you updated about this. If you have any questions about asylum or about what's been happening in the Trump administration when it comes to asylum, be sure to give us a call at 314-961-8200. You can email us at jim@hackinglawpractice.com. If you like this video, please share it. Please comment below. And you can always find us on Facebook at Immigrant Home or on the web at www.hackinglawpractice.com. If you have any questions that you'd like us to cover in future videos, you can do it there. Other than that, have a great day.